boxes.
Have a what?
I have a food license to do that kind of stuff.
If they have food.
Calling it to order.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to make sure my face.
You're nice. All right.
Jody Stafford
Here.
Alexis Ruth,
Here.
Amy Barber,
Here.
Jeff Bowers, Krista Operator.
We'll have the presentation approval of minutes from August 11th, 2025 council meeting. Those were emailed last week. Anybody have any corrections or questions? If not, do we have a motion on the floor to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Approval of claims, accounts payable register, August bank rec, and bank account balances. Those were also emailed last week. Anybody have any questions or corrections? Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve those. All in favor?
Right.
Any opposed? All right. On to department reports. Alexis, you want to go first?
Yeah, can I have one of those?
I put it right on top of your stuff. I know I did.
Okay, here,
Yeah,
at the bottom.
yeah.
There's too many papers. Very
Um,
a lot of papers tonight. Yeah, I do like those. As soon as I find my paper. Okay, Parks Board, we had the United Way Day of Caring, September 17th. We always get a group of people from United Way to come work at the park. We got a list of things to do, so if you want to do that, you can contact United Way or message our Facebook page and we can get you signed up. The library, the park is experiencing a lot more traffic. You know, we got a lot more people going down there, which has been really good, but can also be bad. Our little library didn't get destroyed by any means, but somebody took all the books and stuff out of it and threw them around the park and kicked the bottom part of it off, but it's all fixed now and everything's put back. So we're looking at getting some cameras. We got some cameras on the back of the community center, so we definitely can see, you know, who's going down there, but they may not come that way. So we're pricing some stuff there. Our 5-year plan, which is a big deal. We've started collecting all of our data for that. So you see there's some signs around town that have a QR code on them. You can scan the QR code with your phone, and I think it's an 7 or 8 question survey to take, and we're just asking what you want to see at the park, maybe how many times you visited in the past year, and the range of who's in your household and ages. So it's not a very long survey, but that's what we're going to use to plan for future things. So if you don't take the survey, it's hard for us to know what people really want, which is, you know, we got the pickleball court and then there was a lot of complaining about it, but when we sent out a survey, this is what people said they wanted. So this is why you take the survey. And I've had a lot of people tell me, you know, I want this or that, or I see people, you know, there's a link on Facebook that's being shared around and you click the link to take the survey. You can't just comment on the link being shared. You can't just comment on there, I want this, or bring back the mud box. You can want all those things, that's great, and we'll take all that into consideration, but you have to click the link and take the survey. So take the survey and then we'll put all that together. I can't stress that enough. But then the community center, we approved, we're gonna take over the monthly Astro billing for next year. So town's been paying that, so we'll take that over. We are having our feasibility study done with USI. That's being paid for through grant. But really we wanna see how much money do we have to bring in each month for it to sustain on its own. Because right now the town, since they own the building, you know, they pay the electric and the gas and the Trash. Yeah, so we're, you know, slowly trying to help and take over. We pay some things, but not nearly enough. And so we need to know how much we need each month to be able to sustain it. you drive by, you'll see we did some painting on the outside and some more today. Some gray along the bottom and then some purple and gold under the awning in the back door. Our flooring started today. We used some non-reverting funds and some donations. We're renovating the small banquet room. And there's some issues with the flooring, it just dips in really bad and it was cracked. And the company started today, they came in and sanded it down and they filled in all the cracks and they gotta let it like cure for 2 days and then they'll be back to continue working on that. And then the large banquet room got a new floor, a few years ago. But that flooring needs resealed. So when they come back to do the small banquet room, they're also going to sand the top of it and reseal it. It still looks really nice. It just some of the like little particles were flaking up. So it's cheaper to have it done now while they're here doing the others. Just to get it all done. Jam for Winslow Elementary has lost their spot at the church they use, so they've approached us. They're going to start using the community center every week on Thursdays for to meet and do their stuff. And it's my understanding Jam is it's like a Christian
Jesus in me.
Jesus in me,
Yeah,
yes.
so they'll be there every Thursday, which is great because we want it used for those kinds of things. So we're partnering with them. And we got weekly basketball people in there. We got our senior walkers. We've sold some of those fobs. And we've got our big events coming up, the community festival uptown on September 20th. And then we also have our Winslow alumni event September 20th at the community center. So make sure you check out both of those things. Questions? For the 4 people out there.
Do you have to reseal that floor every so often?
No.
It just, something wasn't right, or I'm just.
Yeah, I think something wasn't right, and then also there was some issues when we got it where the banquet room continually flooded. And so I think that maybe the water sitting on there wasn't good, but we think we pretty well have the flooding fixed. We had to get some outside drainage
Right.
for it and fix some guttering, and so these last few times I've gone down there, really try to keep an eye on it. It's not, haven't gotten any water, so.
Good.
So that's why we kind of thought, okay, now's the time. And it
Right.
can take some water,
Right.
but it was like massive, and then it was just sitting on it, and
Right.
pumping
That's
it
not
out,
good.
and it's not made for that.
No.
So I think it was just a combination of a couple things, so.
Thank you.
Can we get an update on the festival, just so I could let people know what you guys, I know you're not in charge of it, but do you know what everything?
Jeff, you want to tell about the bands?
Yeah, I think
Some-
Jeff, you know more than me, or, I know,
I just want to give an update to people.
So, I mean, I can't tell you.
I don't need exacts, just
Yeah,
like
I mean, I
summary.
know that there will be live bands or live music from, at this point, 11 a.m. until parade time. We talked about maybe being able to have somebody do it a little bit after, but I don't know that that's going to happen. And then there are, I don't know, several food vendors and a bunch of, like, I don't know, craft vendors or whatever.
I just want to add real quick, the Parks Department we're having a little booth for kids who want to sell their artwork that they made at our art days. Yeah. And then the parade's at 9.
Parades at
You
9.
don't, no sign up, just come to the fire station between 8 and 9, and they'll get you lined up.
The hope's going to be this year because we'll have a stage sitting right along Main Street that we will, if we can get a list of who's ever in the parade, that we will announce them as they come by. That's the hope. So,
Oh,
I would just have someone walk along before it starts. It's just me. I do a lot of walking. I'm not saying, I'm not
Did you just
volunteering.
volunteer?
Well,
That
thank you
came
for
out wrong. I am not volunteering.
I
got way too much going on this year.
While you do
So
it.
I'm suggesting
back up here then?
Yes, it is, it will be.
And it's on Main Street,
Matt.
not,
Mr. Tisdale has given us the use of the lot over there. There will be bounce houses on Center Street. East Center Street, West Center Street will also be closed off. And we may have a wood carving event somewhere along the way as well. Terry Scoble talked about bringing, they have a lot going on that day, but he talked about coming up and doing a carving, a live carving. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool things happening and
Can you do ice too?
Shane's all on.
That's why Shane's
it's probably too warm to do
Really
ice.
fast.
Fun.
did that help? I'm not,
I just want to give people an update, that's all.
Thank you for doing that.
Are we having a tractor show?
no, I say we, I'm not involved. Alex is, and she's doing a great job, but it kind of last minute got dumped on her, and so we have plans to do it next
Next
year.
year.
They're gonna, I think Krista volunteered to be a part of that committee, and they're going to take off. If Alex can have anything to do with it, she wants to take off the day after this one's done, and she might wait a week, but, and start in. We want it to get bigger and better every year.
Ferris wheel.
There's
Oh, wow. It's going really big. Oh, wow.
I mean, to be honest, that would be a great plan, is to be able to have actual rides. Do hot air balloons. There you go.
We had rides when
Dream
the
big.
Bridgeout Fest first started.
Never know.
To talk to our insurance.
That's right, man. Dream big.
That's right, that's why I said dream big, and
Dream big, and
you have to dream big or you never get anything.
Okay.
so
All
new
right,
ideas.
so Parks and you're good?
I was
Good.
agreeing.
All right, Cody? You want to share this first page, what we're looking at,
That's the metal for the Cherry Street.
the culvert?
For a culvert.
We need to, I guess we need to vote, don't we?
Can you say what you're looking for?
Oh, I'm sorry. Jeff, please explain, I can't.
So on Cherry Street down by the Legion, I don't remember what the other street is that runs into it.
Cherry
You know,
Street and,
it's-
Washington?
no,
Jefferson.
Jefferson. There's a culvert that's got a washout. Am I correct about that? It's, and currently we've got a small metal plate over it, but it needs fixed. And what this is going to do is cover over the hole. This is kind of a way to fix it without having to redo the big conglomerate of culverts that are there, is my understanding. You can correct me anytime. on
Yeah,
it.
that's correct.
This was a recommendation, I believe, by Josh Bird and Cody on how to do this, and in the efficient and least expensive way of doing it. It's
And how much?
We have a quote from Onyet for $4,339 and a quote from Four Star for $4,525.
Well, same quality, I guess.
so,
I'll make a motion, we purchase from Audi, that's $4,309.
Second.
$4,339.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Tell me again,
Right.
Mom. I'm sorry, I was writing the other stuff.
4,339.
Yeah.
And this is, if we have any idea of what it would cost to pave it?
one step at a time.
I can call him tomorrow and see when he can get in here.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he looked at it once, but I don't remember what he said. So I'll call him again tomorrow.
Okay. And then you'll call on it tomorrow, get this ordered and,
Got anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Were
Tyler?
you able to get?
The tower.
Oh, no, you
Oh,
wasn't.
tower. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I called the IDM lady. She said we have to have the tower.
yes.
So I called Avery too. Well, she has sent him a paper showing how to get it started.
Okay.
Avery is wanting to get it checked again because he's worried about what has happened to it while it has been sitting there with all that chlorine in it.
Who's he want to check it?
I guess whoever you guys had to do it last time.
We didn't. We
Yeah, we
did it
did.
in-house.
Yeah.
No,
had it-
we had the
No.
It
drone
was
flown in.
inspected.
That's a lot of money.
Well, yeah, but if we have to do it, we have to do it.
And he also asked, about some of the repairs that was on that last one. And I told you, that's my knowledge, I don't think none of it got fixed.
It was cleaned and decided that after it was emptied, that a lot of what they saw in the drones was dirt on the sides. It wasn't rust or issues like that. So they cleaned it, chlorinated it, and we're going to fill it and they all left. So that's where we're at.
I know, and Cody and I talked about this a little bit, I don't remember, in the last week. The chlorine that's on there or in there is on the base, if you will, of the floor of it. Other than it's gonna be pretty potent to get in there. I don't know if we could buy a mask or something, not a cheap mask.
They had masks down there that they used to do the cleaning, so they should still be somewhere.
Well, you wanna make sure that you got a good one in there, because to go in and clean it, take out all the chlorine that they put in and have it done right. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It can be swept up and taken out instead of them just throwing it in there and then, because what we don't know is that even if we fill with water, is it going to be, I think the concern was we might have to fill it with water and then pump it back out because it's too chlorinated.
We can test it.
Yes, but if you can clean part of that out and then have Avery do it correctly instead of just throwing chlorine in it,
Then you don't have, because it's
because it's a lot of
a lot of
water.
water.
So we don't want to fill it with 300,000 gallons or whatever it is. Is that right? 300,000.
275.
Yeah.
And then it'd be way too high and we have to flush it out or empty it and then fill it again.
And Avery's worried about how much, nobody knows how much chlorine
Yeah.
they put in it.
Well,
We can't test it? Test it out.
there's not water in it. There's just chlorine.
That's why I say we can sweep it up. It's not like you couldn't reuse it.
Can we get a
You
pressure
just-
washer and kind of rinse it out?
You don't.
Well, you
I'm
can
just
sweep
asking.
most of it out and then, I mean, it's huge.
I've looked inside of it. I didn't go inside.
It's a process, let's put it that way.
I don't see any reason to re-drone it though.
Well, we wouldn't drone it because it's empty.
Yeah.
So it would just be an inspection.
Yeah.
Without a drone, there's no water in it. It's my opinion that Avery is our water operator, and that if that's what he recommends, we need to quickly get some quotes. Do you have that report down there?
Mhm.
You want to give those people a call and get another quote for them to come back, tell them what we've done and the shape that it's in, and see if they'll come back and give us a quote to inspect it again.
Would you want to try to sweep it out first before they come? Or just leave all that for, I'm just asking, what are we doing on that aspect? Because Jeff mentioned,
I think that was just my suggestion, because I just am thinking, we don't want to have to fill that thing with 375,000 gallons of water and pump it all back out because it's way too strong, and then fill it back up again.
Well, not all the way, but we would have to fill it pretty full.
They said we just had to have 60,000.
I don't think that that's correct.
No, it's like a, 72 hours worth of the town's usage that you have to keep in it.
Something like that.
Well, like I said, Avery's our operator. We need to, that's what he's here for. So we'll
What's
do
his
that.
last name?
Dyer.
DYER.
So if you can do that, and then I have an email I sent forwarded to you that Tim had sent to me from some company. I don't know if it's the same
Yeah.
type of thing. We'll see if there's
I just-
anybody else that does the same stuff. Could also maybe ask Jeff Farmer. Even though he's not our water guy, he's our sewer guy, but he does water. He might know of somebody who could quote us too.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, let's get that going. Get going. All right. Thank you, Cody. Ray of sunshine. All right. Bill, any updates?
I've had some animal issues, I guess. I had to do some trapping and for groundhogs underneath a 90-year-old lady's trailer. Not only did I catch groundhogs, but I got skunks and a
Oh, yeah.
little bit of everything out of it. I've had, I think it was 7 animal issues, with 3 of the 7 being cats, to the point where yesterday I spent 2.5 hours in a guy's house trying to get cats that was supposed to be in there out, but I couldn't find any. That call went through dispatch, so I had to go. It's over here on Union Street, the second house on the right-hand side,
Okay.
and he's,
Disabled.
yeah, disabled. Only has one leg, I guess. That's like-
So there was cats in there that he wanted out?
Yeah, they had gotten in there according to him. And so I went over there and I hunted everywhere he told me to hunt, even behind the TV and the
Yeah.
boxes, back in the closets. And he was still swearing he was seeing stuff moving in front of him that I wasn't seeing with
Okay.
a flashlight. And then I kind of sat down beside him for a little bit to talk to him. And I got an impression that he maybe had one drink too many that day. And I don't even know him, but anyway, I didn't find that.
Okay.
That was my one yesterday, and then I had another follow-up on, what would that be? Porter, I guess. Lady thought she had seen a cat on the front porch that was howling or growling at her and stuff, so I went up there and I didn't see that, but the people across the street had probably 6 kittens that I counted without trying to count any animals. So that's probably gonna be an issue in time. And then, of course, I had 4 dog things, so most of that was trying to hunt them up because they were coming from out of town into town. So that's been my month's issue so far.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Steve's not here tonight. I don't think he left a report. All right. On to old business. We'll have 3rd reading of the town council and clerk treasurer election terms ordinance. Upon this reading, if everybody's okay with it, we can make any changes. We can accept a motion to approve it.
Want me to read it?
Yep.
Ordinance changing the terms of council members and town clerk treasurer and establishing staggered election times within the town of Winslow, Indiana. Whereas all 5 members of the town council and clerk treasurer for the town of Winslow are simultaneously up for election to 4-year terms, and whereas this pattern of elections on occasion has caused most, if not all, of the town council members and the clerk treasurer to be newly elected at the same time, and whereas the complete turnover of elected officials has on occasion resulted in the lack of continuity of leadership for the citizens of the town of Winslow, and whereas the town council has determined it to be in the best interest of the citizens of the town of Winslow to have the terms of the members of the town council and the clerk treasurer staggered to provide for the overlapping of terms of experienced elected official, and whereas pursuant and subject to IC Code 3-10-7-2.9, the town council may adopt the ordinance providing for the staggered elections. Now therefore be it resolved by the town council of the town of Winslow that it is ordered to adopt the changes to the town council necessary to effectuate the implementation of staggered terms for the town council members and town clerk treasurer in accordance with applicable Indiana election law Title I, Sections 1.02 and 1.05 are repealed and completely replaced by the following provisions. Sections 1.02, 0.010 to 1.02.040 for town wards removed due to election of town council members at large. 1.05, 0.010 council members and clerk treasurer term. 1.05, 0.020 successors, and then 1.05, 030 municipal elections. And 1.05, 0.010 terms of town council members. A pursuant to IC 3-107-2.7C1, the Winslow Town Council members and clerk treasurer of Winslow who are elected shall serve a term of 4 years. The current town council members shall continue to serve in such capacity until the respective terms expire on January the 1st, 2027, or until their replacements are elected during a municipal election held during a general election year. B, implementation of staggered terms. 1, an election for all 5 town council positions shall be held during the municipal election to be held on the first Tuesday following the first Monday in November of 2026. The municipal elections will be held concurrently with general elections. 2, an election for all 5 town council members or town council positions shall be held during the general election for the first Tuesday following the first Monday of November 26th. And then A, the 2 town council members elected and receiving the most votes in the November 2026 municipal general election, and the town clerk shall serve for 4 consecutive terms commencing on January 1st, 2027. The remaining 3 town council members elected in the November 2026 election will serve 2-year terms on January the 1st, 2027. For the elections after the full implementation of staggered election cycles as provided in subsection B and above, each duly elected town council member shall serve a term of 4 years. Successors, in the event that a town council or clerk treasurer shall for any reason become disqualified due to moving out of the town limits or otherwise unable to complete the 4-year term to which the member or clerk treasurer was elected, a successor shall be selected according to applicable Indiana election laws to complete the unexpired term. Municipal election, the town council shall consist of 5 individuals duly nominated and elected pursuant to section 1.05.010 of the town code and applicable to state election laws. B, each town council member and town clerk treasurer shall be elected for a 4-year term at and at large by all the voters of the town, with the exception of the time when the process of staggering of terms is completed, except as otherwise provided in section 1.05.010B of the town code. Elections for town council members shall be in even years on the first Tuesday following the first Monday of November, with 3 town councils being elected in the municipal elections beginning November 2028, and the 2 town council members and the town council clerk treasurer being elected in general elections beginning November 2030. This ordinance shall not be repealed earlier than 12 years after the adoption of the ordinance. The ordinance will only be repealed in a year preceding a municipal election held at the time of prescribed in IC Code 3-10-6-5 as amended from time to time. This ordinance will be filed with the Pike County Clerk for election purposes. Duly adopted by the Town Council of Winslow, Indiana, this 8th day of September 2025.
I got a question. So, have our election, whatever, you say I'm 4-year and you're 2-year, and I move out of town, so my 4-year seat comes up. Whoever's appointed to replace me,
Finishes your,
they finish the 4-year and you're still
Yes.
just 2, even though you were elected and I'm appointed.
yes.
It's the only way you can do it, really.
It's just too complicated to do, to make it even more clear.
Because then you'd have to pick who do you move up from
Yeah.
the 2-year post to the 4-year if you didn't.
Whoever got the most votes.
Well, I don't know, I think it'd be best to just finish out the term that you're appointed to, because, I mean, we had to do that with, when we had the 2 positions added by referendum, we didn't go with who had votes in the previous election, we appointed. And then when the others left, we appointed, we didn't go by who ran.
That's true.
So does that answer your question?
I make a motion to approve as written.
All right, have a motion on the floor to approve the ordinance.
I'll second.
In a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. And you can get that to the clerk's office?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
I was trying to listen to every little word. So when it comes election time, do you all be on the ballot to elect?
Yeah.
well, maybe not us. There will be 5 positions
Yeah,
open to elect.
yeah.
None of us are staying on.
It's
None of us are.
5, it'll be
Yeah.
5 elections, 5
Yes.
people elected, and the 2 with the most votes serve 4 years. The other 3 serve 2 years.
Plus
So
the clerk-
then,
The
in
clerk
2
treasurer
years,
will be for 4
and the
years.
clerk treasurer. So then,
Yeah,
in 2
therefore.
years, there'll be another election for those 3 on the bottom. After that election, it'll be 4. So then it'll be every 2 years, there'll be elections.
So we're gonna have an election in 2 years for
Yes.
the 3.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they're
So
Okay,
that'll- and
But
that'll-
once this first year is, the first
Right,
thing's
yeah,
over,
yeah.
they'll all run for
So in other
4
words,
years.
we're just gonna have a special election in that, for the 3.
it's not a special election.
Well, not a special
Yes.
election, but it'll be the only election.
No.
So it'd be with the general
Yes.
election? Oh, okay.
Yes, that's
Okay.
why we're doing it this way, so we didn't
Okay.
have to have a special election.
Otherwise, we
Got
have
it.
to pay a
Yeah.
lot of money to have a
Yeah.
special
That's
election.
what I
That's
was
why we've been
asking
trying to
about.
figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to figure it out for a while, how to,
That way,
Got it,
we won't, all 5 members won't go off the board at once.
yeah,
You'll have 2 years, so that it's,
yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Staggered.
that makes sense.
So the 5 that has the most votes will stay on for the next 4 years?
2.
2,
Oh,
That have
2,
them up,
yeah.
yes.
2,
The 2,
and
okay,
the
2,
clerk
yeah.
treasurer will stay on
Yeah.
for 4 years, and then the other 3 will do a 2-year term.
Yeah,
And then they could go ahead and run for a
If they
4-year
wish,
term
yeah.
after that if they so choose to.
gotcha. That is confusing.
It is.
That's what, I think if I understand, somebody's asking me, now, wait a minute, this is how
Yeah.
it makes sense of what they're doing. They have to be a, yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
see.
it was very difficult when me and Tim and Kevin took office Yeah, because we were all three new and the clerk treasurer was new and there was a lot of time spent having to just figure out what we're doing.
Yeah.
So to keep that,
Allow a lot more continuity, I
Yes.
think.
Well, we won't have to
No matter
spend
who.
2 years figuring out what we're doing.
hopefully.
Makes sense.
All right. Other old business. I don't really have an update on the water project, other than what Cody shared with us about the water tower. But as far as funding for the entire water project, I don't have an update. I don't have an update. Wastewater update. VS is finishing up our PER that they did for us. They will, when it's finished, they'll send us a draft copy, which we can look at and get with them, and then they will schedule at whichever town board meeting to come in and present, so that we all can ask questions of them then. And then upon that, once it's approved, the PER is approved, then they can apply for the USDA funds that we need to do the wastewater. I don't have exact dates on that yet. Other old business, animal ordinance discussion that we started last month. Amy has done some legwork. Amy, you have an update?
Yes. I have a meeting tomorrow with, it's Fort County's Animal Control. They're gonna come up and meet with me and Bill. We're gonna go around and look at different pockets where the feral cat population is so dense, and they'll give us some ideas of how to deal with stuff. So we'll get a plan going so that we can move forward once we would want to approve this plan. I don't know if we want to approve this plan or not. And I have a vet that I've been working with, talking back and forth with, trying to see if they would sign on to be our vet to help us with taking care of some of our, if we have something come up with any kind of situation, whether it be a cat or a dog that was ran over or, whatever, just different things. Sometimes you gotta take a cat or a dog, whatever.
Yes.
If we have a dog that bites somebody, we have to have a place that we can take it. We have nowhere to go at this point. So, we have to be able to take care of it.
Do you have a timeline on when you'll have an answer the vet is wanting to take us on?
He does have the information and he's just
Okay.
looking it over.
Alright.
I think it was just last week that I was trying to get it to him. He just hasn't had time to think it through. And I think he'll do it. It's kind of a country vet, so he would, some vets you get, they will never come and do a visit to the place. But since he goes and visits farms, he could come and visit our shelter as needed be, if necessary, if we had like a bunch of kitties that were sick or something, you know what I mean?
And was it the Warwick County Animal Control that gave you the name of that TNR program?
Yeah, Feline Fix. And so I looked into, I haven't called them because I want to hear from Warwick County.
Okay.
I don't want to get all these people going and then I'd rather get a solid answer from one before I go to another.
Did you say you were meeting with work on it tomorrow?
They're gonna go, she's gonna go look, we're gonna look at some stuff. And Bill and I were gonna,
The animal shelter or
No.
animal control?
animal control.
Warwick County Animal Control.
They're used to dealing with feral cat problems and they can help us get some ideas, what we need to do if we want to contact Feline Fix or whatever we need to do, but it's better to have somebody to give us an idea that's dealt with more stuff than we have, so. Anyway,
Any questions about that? Okay, thank you, Amy.
you're welcome. You don't want to move forward. He has a question.
Yes.
What time is she supposed to be here in the morning?
Well, she said mid-morning, but she's on slow time, so I don't know if it's her mid-morning or my mid-morning
Yeah.
or whatever.
All right,
I'll have to holler at you because I don't know.
all right.
I don't even, hopefully she
Let's
can,
see, somewhere between 9 and
9
noon,
and
is that'd be mid-morning, wouldn't it?
well, between the two time zones, I didn't know what to say. She's got to drive 45 minutes from Boonville, so
Okay.
that's got to be taken into consideration. But at least we're going in the right direction to get something accomplished. So.
All right, thank you.
That's good to know.
On to new business. We have a resolution 2025-2 that needs to be read and approved, if so, if it is approvable.
This is a resolution to reduce some of our appropriations for 2025 to ensure that we have the funds for 2026 covered. And based off of my calculations and just funds that haven't been used, these are the amounts that we can reduce them by. So a resolution confirming the reduction of certain appropriation amounts from the 2025 budget. Whereas the town of Winslow has prepared budget estimates for the last 6 months of fiscal year 2025, and whereas the town of Winslow has reviewed its 2025 appropriation and expenditure forecast and has determined that certain funds can be reduced. Now therefore be it resolved that the town council of the town of Winslow, Indiana hereby authorizes the reduction summarized below to be made from the 2025 appropriations. MVH restricted reduced by $26,000. MVH perf reduced by $466. MVH labor reduced by $4,000. Local road and street reduced by $2,000. Continuing education reduced by $250. Rainy day reduced by $250. Our lit public safety reduced by $7,500, and our Marvin Snyder town reduced by $7,152. Be it further resolved that the clerk treasurer be directed to forward a copy of this resolution to the Department of Local Government Finance.
Any questions? And this is just pretty well taking what we had budgeted for this year and we won't spend and moving it to next year. Correct. Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Good question. Remember a while back, we had a list of checks that hadn't been cashed?
We reduced, or we took all of those out that are available to be there. So you have to wait 2 years before, and they're done in March of every year. So we took those out.
Okay, we weren't sure some of them were actually available or not. Did we sort that list down?
I just deleted them out of,
Okay.
they're like no longer on the bank rec or anything like that. The problem is that because the bank rec for like a year and a half basically wasn't done, there was nowhere to like go put back and check every little one, because we did all of those adjustments in one blanket amount. So I just took them off if they were older than 2 years at that point, and we'll move forward.
So it's not like we all of a sudden had that money. It just, okay.
Have we heard anything on the State Board of Accounts when they might be coming at all? Well, I was just curious.
I haven't heard
Just that we're on the
anything.
schedule.
Just that we're on the
They
schedule.
don't tell you, they just show up.
Yeah.
Well, they did tell her some, so she has her stuff
Oh, yeah,
organized.
we
Yeah.
had everything ready to go. They're just waiting.
They'd be waiting a long time if they didn't let you know ahead of time enough to get stuff organized.
We are organized people.
Oh, I know. It's good.
All right, that's all the new business. Patron concerns. Don't everybody rush up to
I was gonna
ask
say,
a question.
on the deal with Steve's, oh yeah, the deal with Steve's hotspot, if it's not working, can we not just switch to Verizon? I know we didn't make a motion.
It is an option, yes.
I make a motion that we do that.
Are we
Can
under-
we switch his cell phone too? Does he still have a cell phone?
Yes. Are we under contract?
No,
No.
With FirstNet, we can cancel that at any
Okay.
time. I just think it would probably,
We don't get stipend, we actually pay this whole bill.
Yes.
For fun.
yes, because it's through the first responders.
That's right.
and you think they have a first responders at,
I know they do.
Verizon.
okay. I was kind of confused on these lines. Did I sign in the right spot? I think I did.
Yeah, I think since we're not under contract, we don't have to vote on that or anything, just do it.
Okay.
All right. Did you have a patron concern? Okay. Anybody else?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion on the floor to adjourn.
Second.
And 2 seconds, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Oh, we should probably announce that the next meeting will be
Oh,
on
crap, I
October the
didn't get that.
6th because of the holiday on
Yes.
Columbus Day.
Oh, yeah.
Next
Yeah.
meeting is Monday, October the 6th. We will have a budget adoption meeting at 6 PM and then the regular meeting at 6:30.
Send out a reach alert.
Yes, we'll send out a reach letter.
Okay.
Can I make a, can I